I don't know what that was all about. Is that even loud enough? No. Oh, of course I have the freaking echo on. Go away. All right. I know I say this before every stream, but I hope you guys can hear me. It's 6:37 because it wouldn't be a Classic Gaming Quarterly live stream. Let me boost the volume a little bit. It wouldn't be a Classic Gaming Quarterly live stream without the technical difficulties to kick off the show. So, I hope somebody will tell me if you guys are having trouble hearing me, and I'm just trying to get everything still set up. It's a bit quiet here. I don't know how much I can really do about that, but let me see here. Well, I can do a little bit about it. My Alex is still low. I guess I can. Oh no, I need that. But then, do you guys hear it twice? Game audio is a bit loud. Yeah, I don't know. You think that when you say, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna stream," a half an hour from now, you think you have enough time to get everything set up, but nothing ever seems to want to contribute. So, and to be honest, I mean, I wanted to keep working on my show tonight, but I don't want to go. I don't really want to go 3 weeks without streaming. That's not cool. So, how do we get out of? So, anyway, I put up a poll on Twitter today, and basically just said that I wanted to either stream my now jailbroken Mega SG or stream this. And to be honest with you, like, I'm so out of it right now. I didn't even know this was out until somebody else mentioned it on Twitter, and then I just figured, well, that seems like the kind of thing that I would stream. And so when I got home from work today, I installed it on the Switch, and I have not played it at all. Like, I booted it up, and I just booted it into Gradius or Nemesis here, purely because I was trying to test the sound levels, and I just needed some game audio. So I really have no idea what we're gonna see here. I don't know how the controls work as far as starting different games. I mean, obviously, I can see how to start this game. I'm saying I don't know how I would get out of this game. Okay, but so anyway, before we get started with that, just real quick. So, because the poll on Twitter was 60-40. Oh, hey, Reeds Bud, I got your postcard, man. So thanks. I'll have one out to you soon. And Drewbo's here too. That's awesome, dude. Anyway, so it was 60-40. People wanted me to stream this instead of streaming the jailbroken Mega SG. But I still do want to stream the jailbroken Mega SG. So I'll just do that next week. And, I mean, really, it's just an excuse to play more Genesis games, to be honest. I mean, it's cool that it's jailbroken and everything. But plus I also know that... I know there's at least a couple of you that have a Mega SG, or like I know Derek ordered one. I don't know if he has it yet, but so for those of you that either have one or are getting one, and maybe you're thinking about whether or not you want to jailbreak it, you can see what that's all about. But anyway, so we'll talk about that next week. So we've got this. I don't remember. It's the Konami Anniversary Collection. I forgot. They have some kind of weird cockamamie name for this game. So. But we all know what it is, and anyway, it was $20, and I don't even remember what games it came with. That's why, like I'm saying, I would like to get back out to the main menu just so we can kind of maybe talk about what games came out or on it before we. Maybe this button? No, I just took a picture. You can tell I don't use my Switch very often. So options menu, game manual. Ooh, there's a game manual. Which button is that? All right, well, we don't have time for this. So, and then the other thing that's kind of a bummer is, I have that cool, controller that, gosh, I think his name is Nick. I hope his name is Nick, or I just look like a big... Anyway, you can't, because I have this game plugged into the dock, I can't use that, unfortunately. So I have to use the analog stick instead of the... What do you push? Well, that's stupid. So the two buttons are Y and A, so they're across from each other. Instead of being... I don't know if you can... Can we change that, I hope? Oh, yeah, good. Why is there a separate... Is that the way it was in the arcade? There's a separate button for missile? That's strange. Shoot, missile, and power up. I don't know. I don't remember that anyway. Oh, Taylor, thank you very much for the Google Buck. And then Arcade Ages want to know what controller I'm using. It's just the standard one that comes with the Switch. I don't have a Pro controller, and like I said, I can't use the cool one that I got from I hope Nick, that has the nice D-pad on it. So which is no big deal. Okay, so now I see the buttons. So and then Rory's asking where the heck I've been, which is, I guess, is a fair question. But what's in display settings? Blurring. We don't want that. Ooh, you can turn a frame on. That's kind of cool. I've just been working real hard on the next episode of the main channel, and it just takes a ridiculous amount of time to make those episodes, and so giving up like an entire day of the week to stream just is kind of... It's a lot to give up, and I'm going on, I see. Yeah, you have to push a separate button. That's stupid. I'm going on vacation in, I don't know, what is it, like less than a month now, I guess. And, I thought that this new episode would be out already, and it's just taking forever. So, I'm just trying to get that done. And so that's why it's like, well, if I can not stream one day a week, then, that means I can get it done faster. So I'm hoping to have that episode out this weekend. But as I always say, I guarantee nothing. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out, how do you go back out to... What's the R? I can't even... Sorry, it's so tiny, I can't even... You push in the right stick? Is that... Oh, that's what you do, yeah. So I'm a little bit out of it tonight, in more ways than one. I started riding my bike to work, and that's about... round trip, I guess it's about 25 miles. And today was the second day that I did it. I used to do it all the time, and then last year I stopped doing it because I got my car and for other reasons. And so I haven't really been riding my bike in like a year and a half, and so I'm pretty out of shape. And like today on the way home, I had the wind in my face, and so I came home and I almost wanted to puke. So that's why the stream was scheduled last minute. It's like, okay, I'll stream tonight. And then I did that bike ride, and I was like, I don't know if I can still stream tonight. But, as with most things in life, a good shower fixes you right up. And it fixed me right up. So I'm trying to look at the chat. Like, does anybody know how to get back out to the like, I feel like I'm pushing every button that the Switch has. Oh, okay, we don't want that. What? Go away. Stop it. Like, I'm pushing the shoulder buttons. This is what happens when you release games digitally and there's no manual. Is like you have to figure everything out for yourself. Oh, here we go. Quit Nemesis. Mike came through in the clutch for the second time in 1 week. Although I feel like you shouldn't. I kind of feel like you shouldn't have to do that just to come back out to the menu, but that's fine. That's no big deal. Okay, so anyway, that was Gradius, which they're calling... it's kind of odd to me that they're calling it Nemesis, but I've never played Gradius in the arcade, so was that Was that what it was called here in the arcade? I don't think I've ever seen a Gradius arcade machine in my life. Sadly. And of course they have Life Force, which I love the arcade version of Life Force. Derek's asking how much this game cost. It was $20. So kind of a lot. This is the kind of thing where it's like it's for the show and I'm going to stream with it, so I don't care, you know? Like just I spend the $20, but if I was buying it for personal use, I don't know if I'd be willing to go $20 or not, really. Although, you know, that being said, I haven't played the games yet, so you know we have to kind of check it out. So we should go through these games, right? So yeah, we said Gradius, Life Force, Typhoon, which I'm not familiar with. I'm guessing by the aspect ratio of the artwork that Typhoon's going to be a vertically oriented game, and from what I briefly saw online, somebody I think on Twitter was complaining that you can't rotate the screen in this collection, which is too bad. I mean, I don't know how many people are really doing that anyway, but at the same time, it also feels like something that shouldn't be difficult to implement. So we can definitely check that one out. Haunted Castle, I could swear I showed like 5 seconds of footage of Haunted Castle in an episode of my show. Either that or maybe I just showed the arcade flyer. Maybe I haven't shown any, but we should definitely check that one out too. There is Vulcan Venture, which I believe is what they called Gradius 2 in the West. Thundercross, that's another one that I've never heard of, so we'll check that out. And then I don't know if anybody wants to give the bonus book a flick through. It says it's comprised of several original design documents never released before, as well as interviews of developers and a brief history of Konami arcade games. That's kind of cool. I don't know how cool that would really be to check out on a stream, but it's cool to have as bonus material. Scramble. Pretty sure. Didn't I talk about Scramble in maybe it was the TurboGrafx in 1990 episode? Not positive. Twin Bee. Twin Bee is a cool game. I have Twin Bee on the PC Engine. So it's a cool cartoony shooter. Some people like to say cute 'em up. Other people like me don't like the term cute 'em up. But you say whatever you want. So and it looks like that's about it for this collection. So somebody was asking about Rory was asking about Haunted Castle, and I'm not gonna lie, I too am very curious. So we're gonna check that one out. Hopefully you guys can hear the game audio. I can barely hear it. Oh, no, this one. All right. Press the start button. Well, which one's the start button? This one? Ah, good. All right. Yes, I mean, this is the problem with streaming HDMI sources is, you know, I have the Switch is plugged into my HDMI capture card, and then that goes to, that goes to OBS, and then, wow, this is not, so far I'm not digging this, I'm not going to lie. But anyway, I have the output of the computer going into my mixer, but, actually, you know what? Hold on a second. I got an idea. Can I? Ooh, yeah. Here, I think I can make it so that I can hear the audio louder, but it won't be louder for you guys, so just give me a second. See what that did. Oh, yeah. That's way better for me. So, thank you for your patience. Larry says hi. Hi, Larry. Oops, didn't see that guy. I was checking the chat. You know, I will say that I think part of the problem here is I really hate playing games like this with the analog stick, and for me at least, the Switch for me is a handheld system. Like I really don't ever play it. Oh boy, I really don't ever play it plugged into a TV. So like if I was playing this game, you know, just for pleasure or whatever, I'd be playing it with that D-pad, Hori D-pad controller plugged in. So let's see, let's put in, I'm gonna credit feed this thing a little bit. Fresno Jason checking in. What's up, man? Dave Bladegun says this game would be much cooler if Simon didn't walk like he was holding in a 13-pound colon blaster. I think we've all walked like that from time to time. What does this button do? Oh, it has 2 attack buttons. Oh. Oh. I hope you guys are all... Oh, wow, you only get 1 life? That's lame. Hope you guys are all impressed by my prowess. Freaking bats, man. You think I should check out Cuphead? Someone remind me... I shouldn't have to ask, but I forgot what systems Cuphead came out on. Wasn't that... I thought Cuphead was... Are you kidding me? I thought Cuphead was like an Xbox One exclusive. Because if so, I don't have an Xbox One, and this game seems not great. Yeah, that would be my assessment as well. See, like I tried to turn around and it didn't, but again, I think it's using this. And I mean, you know, I hate to blame the controller. Oh, it's on the Switch now. Well, that's awesome because that's how I would want to play it. So, all right, I think I'm done with this one. So, very much so, I want to quit the game. Yes. Does anybody have a vote for what game you want to check out next? Will I take a sip of my beer substitute? Typhoon, all right. Yeah. I am curious to see what it is. So. Oh no, don't worry, Derek. We're gonna play Gradius too. Oh man, that's so... Like I'm playing it in a little window and then it's just shrunk down so much more. Ooh, that's some nice stereo sound though. Oh, this is not what I expected. Oh, but I don't mean that in a bad way. It's pretty cool. Wow. It's kind of like after... Oh, man. I gotta make this bigger somehow. Except I can't, because then I can't see the chat. I need like 4 monitors. Can you shoot the missiles? So, what, last night, I think? Wasn't it last night? I posted like a little... Oh, dang it. I posted a very brief... yeah, I do want to continue. I posted a very brief update, you know, show update on... oh, we have missiles, too. I didn't see those. On Twitter, not Twitter, on Patreon. I feel like, you know, I opened that Patreon and then I made a few posts, you know, in quick succession, and then I just kind of ignored it. And it's just sort of, if you notice, like I'm not really on Twitter, and what's this coming? You know, I'm not really on Twitter too much. I'm not in the Discord too much. It's like, honestly, I'm just like doing nothing but working on the show. Oh, damn it. And but I just, at the same time, I felt like, you know, I've got like 55 Patreons now and I can't just ignore all of them. So anyway, I just put like I took a picture of the timeline in my video editor, which if you do follow the show on Twitter, I've done that before. And but it already doesn't look like that even anymore because last night I did some more editing and oh, there we go. And I added the Lakers versus Celtics section. So hey, that's something. And then oh wow, now it's vertically scrolling, and then we got game over. Well, we're gonna keep playing. This is a really cool. Like, how come I never heard of this game? You know? Oh, really? Don't. Can I play with these things? Oh, I'll try that. I'm using the little cross of buttons to see if that's any better. What was I even saying now? I don't even remember anymore. I didn't even see that one coming. Said Lakers. Oh yeah. This morning before work, I recorded all the gameplay footage for Strider. So we'll see how tired I am, after the stream, not from the stream, but because of the bicycling, of course. If I have it in me, I'd like to go ahead and, oh my goodness. What are there just things shooting out of the clouds? That's crazy. I would like to go ahead and edit the Strider portion of the show, but we'll see. It's funny. Like sometimes I'm pretty decent at a game, and then I will sit down to record the gameplay footage, and it's like somehow I don't understand where all these things are coming from. And it's like even though you're just recording it and nobody's watching you, it's like somehow you get nervous or something and have like a really crappy run. And I'll even sometimes have to, I'll even sometimes just delete the footage and re-record it. But this morning, while doing the Strider gameplay run or whatever you want to call it, I actually had my best game ever at Strider. So I don't like that they can keep shooting you from behind. I guess that's normal, but like these ships are going by so slow, and like I don't feel like this is really, all right. Oh boy, play a game you don't suck at. Well, maybe ask me nicely. Damn it. This will be, oh god damn it. This will be the last coin for that one. What did Teresa do? What did that guy that guy get the boot? If so, I don't think anything of value was lost. See, I just feel like it's already hard enough, and then why are there mystery things coming out of the clouds? But yeah, I am going to go ahead and switch to something. I'd rather play something we could sink our teeth into a little bit instead of something where I'm just getting my butt handed to me. Yeah, we're not playing that one again. What's going on here? Maybe it doesn't matter. Fire Rescue, you want to know what I'm drinking? So I figured I'm going to get made fun of for this, but apparently this stuff's actually gotten really popular because they can't keep it in stores. So there's this brewery here in Northern California. I mean, probably some of you guys have heard of it. It's called Lagunitas. Apparently they also have a second brewery in Chicago, so maybe some of you guys in the Midwest might know about Lagunitas. They make a lot of IPAs. But anyway, they started making this stuff. It's called Hoppy Refresher. And basically the way I described it is that it's like it's like LaCroix, the fruity water. It's like LaCroix for alcoholics. Like if you want to drink something that kind of a little bit tastes like beer, then you get this. Where did that Joseph guy do something else now too? But anyway, I didn't think it would be that good. And then my coworker, she brought me one because she's a pretty big alcoholic. Not really, but she drinks a lot of beer. But she's pregnant right now, so she can't drink. So she found this stuff and thought it was pretty good. So, but it's just hop infused water. What does YouTube says? This might be a personal question, but would you ever have kids? Do you want them? I ask because I want them. I also spend a lot of time gaming. Wonder what your take on the time management is. Yeah, no, I don't. What are we doing here? I don't have kids, and I don't really particularly want kids. I don't really know. I mean, if my wife came to me one day and said that, she really wanted kids, I guess I'd be fine with it. But here we go. But I'm just not really that interested. As far as how time management goes, I have friends who have kids and that I was friends with before they had kids, and they had kids, and I stopped seeing them. So, certainly seems like having kids is a pretty big lifestyle change. I'm trying to figure out which thing I want here. I'm gonna go with that one. That, and then I'll take that one. I don't know which buttons are which. Oh my god, it's so slow. Oh my god. Oh, I need the laser so badly. Oh man, we're having a real crap run. Oh. That's not what I wanted. All right. Destroy them all. I'll take that. I have this. I don't know if I ever talked about that. I have this game on on the PC Engine CD, and obviously enjoy it quite a bit on there. This version certainly has better I'm having a hard time getting used to the control because I keep hitting the neighboring button, for the power up, but I keep forgetting that in the arcade it has this separate missile button, which, like I said, I'm not saying if it's good or bad. I'm just saying I never knew that. But it makes sense because, this game, both the original and this game were released on a system that only had a 2-button controller. So, I guess they did what they had to do. But like normally the missile is like one of my go-to weapons, but because it just feels like it's adding it almost gives you a pseudo spread shot, because I usually use the laser, which just gives you the one shot straight forward. So I'm going to keep playing this game a little bit, but I want to check in with the chat here a little bit. Oh, Teresa got in trouble for saying crotch goblins. Yeah, I don't think it's rude either, so I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, Teresa brings up a really good point, which she says there. It's one thing for a guy to say they don't want kids, but the looks you get, there's a lot of peer pressure among women to have kids, to the point where, I've had friends tell me some of the stuff that they've been told by other women, who didn't want to have kids or even couldn't have kids. Oh, you're not a real woman or something. And it's just, Yeah, so I can kind of understand her strong reaction there. Oh, Shane was watching some of the Classic Gaming Quarterly archives, and yeah, we went 3 full weeks without streaming, which I don't really feel that good about, but yeah, I kind of wish, if I had been like a really irresponsible teenager or something, or if I had like, let's say that like when my wife and I first started going out, we had like a oops or something, and she got pregnant. That kid would be 18 now, which is that's nuts. Which it's like the same age as like the people that I have like working for me at work. Option. Oh, get away from me. Oh. Pincer move. Come on. Just need like one more orange guy to show up. Oh, we're dead. Oh, we almost made it out of that. See, I noticed that like none of these dragons, unless I missed one, none of these dragons have given us a power up either, which I feel like at home, usually you get a power up from one of these guys. Oh, get me out of here. Oh, we're too slow. Oh. It's the arcade version designed to make money. Yeah, that's true. Why does it ask you if you're male or female? Maybe it has like separate... maybe it has like a separate high score table for guys and girls. That's sexist. I don't care. Somebody wants... Is that options bar at the bottom of the screen? Oh, yeah, I was wondering about that too, because it would be cool if it would go away. But maybe in here you can tell it to go away? Yeah, there you go. So, thank you. Good question. You can turn the stupid frame on, but those are all dumb. So, cool. Dave wants to know how the sound is. To me, the sound effects sound similar to like the PC Engine version, but having never played the arcade version, I guess I can't really speak to how accurate it is, but it sounds good at least. Ooh, crap. Oh, dang it. What it calls options multiples. So I guess it makes more sense. I never understood why options were called options. Because then, like, because of Gradius, I feel like we call them options no matter what game we're playing. Like, I talked about, well, it's not out yet, right? But the video that I'm working on, oh boy. Oh man, nice. you know, there's like another game, a shooter that I'm talking about, where you have little ships around you, and I just called them options because like that's just what you call those. Take another option. I feel like I should have taken a force field, but Shane wants to know how this compares to Gradius Collection on PSP. You know, I used to have that, and for some reason I got rid of it. I just always have this thing, like if I have like too many games and they won't fit on the shelf anymore, I'm like, all right, something's got to go. And then I end up getting rid of stuff that I wish I hadn't gotten rid of. Oh, no. Come here and take your medicine. No? All right. Oh, these are faster. There we go. Boy, I'm surprised there was slowdown. Oh, give me those. And give me those too. Hey, I think we finally made it to a boss battle. With some helpful information there. Shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the head a lot, apparently. Hey. Boy, that kind of hits close to home. I have a chicken that's the same color as that. I'm going to pause it here for a second and check in with people. 1903 says, you imagine the options terminology is probably due to poor translation. Yeah, I agree. That's probably what that is. Teresa cried out, oh my God, he's got testicles on his ship. Well, blue ones too. So, although actually, I guess in the arcade game, they're green, huh? So you can't make the same joke about the, you know, blue. And yeah, I saw somebody earlier said I'm not an alcoholic, and I agree. I'm not. I was just making the joke that, you know, if you were, then maybe, you know, you could get some of this stuff. But, you know, oh man, I've got alcoholics in my family, so I know what a real alcoholic is. So, it's actually one of my pet peeves is when you get people who it's like they want to have afflictions because they think they're cool, right? You know, they're like, oh, I'm such an alcoholic. You know, it's like, no, you're not, man. Oh, man. I'll go that way, then. Nope. This looks like, what do they call that? Jute? Like, oh. Really? Dude. All right. I had enough of this one. Arcade Ages wants to know what to do with the green text names. Yeah, well, people already said it. You can become a member of the channel, and you pay like $4 a month or something, and it's really just a way to support the channel. I mean, honestly, you don't get. Well, I think pretty much you've seen what you get out of it. You get green text for your name. I mean, same thing. You get like, you know, your name's a different color on Discord, but you know, I don't. There's really no benefit. And you get awesome. Yeah, that's true. Thunder. I want to know what Thundercross did. What does it say here? All signals have been lost with the colony planet. Does it say Harium or Hanium 4? A space fighter has been dispatched to go head-to-head with a mechanical army. Well, let's check that out. Wait, do you have to shut this thing off for like every single game? Go away, man. Yeah, you do. That's lame. And they all have the same... There's only 2 frames to choose from, and it's the same for all games. Like, they could have used the arcade marquee. It's kind of lazy. I mean, I'm not like trying to find faults with this thing, but you know, you get I think you get a little bit spoiled when you play something like the SNK collection, you know, or something that you know, Frank Cifaldi and his people worked on, where they kind of go the extra mile with the details. And you know, I'm not to make this about me, but it's just like that's always what I try to do with my show is I try to go the extra mile with the details. And so when I see something like that, it's like they could have gotten the proper arcade marquees and, you know, and made that a selectable frame for each game, and it wouldn't have even been that much work. So I don't know, that's kind of disappointing that they didn't do that, but it's not a big deal. Normally I wouldn't turn on a feature like that because I don't like, I get it, you know, having like the little frame around it just because maybe you don't want to look at black bars, but like I personally don't care about looking at black bars. So and it's funny, I always think about that, you know, with my show. You know, whenever I'm showing, you know, 4:3 video game, oh damn it, 4:3 video game footage, which is, you know, pretty much all the video game footage I show. You know, I don't try to fill up the black space, but you know, I know a lot of other channels do, and I always kind of go back and forth about, oh wow, that guy's got like a little death move, about whether or not I should do something like that, and you know, I've always just sort of decided not to do that, just because, you know, you'd oh come on, because you know, you'd want to find something that would kind of go with every game, you know, but knowing kind of the way I am with that kind of stuff, you know, I would try to put something different in for every game, and it's just like that would be yet another way that it would take forever to make my show. So are we gonna get stuck in here? Oh, you suckhole. This is a cool game, though. Again, it's another one I'm surprised I've never heard of it. I didn't catch what year this came out, but I'm just kind of surprised that this game, I guess, didn't come out. Whoa, that's hard. That this game didn't come out on home consoles. Maybe, I mean, I don't know, maybe it did on like the PC Engine, but I've never seen it. Certainly never heard Bithead talk about it. Ooh, boss battle. Oh, man. Yeah, Shane says he likes the background. Yeah, for sure. The background looks cool. I'm surprised there's no parallax scrolling. Not that I really care, but damn it. I really hate playing with this controller. I'm not blaming the controller, but that doesn't mean that I like it. Yeah, Mike McFly, your car has what's called 260 AC, which is 2 windows rolled down at 60 miles an hour. My Volkswagen has the same thing, actually, except I don't actually drive my Volkswagen 60 miles an hour. So I guess I have about 255 AC. See, now this one's got some parallax scrolling, so it's interesting that the first level seemingly didn't. Wouldn't mind some more of those options. Oh, I saw that coming. Oh, there we go. There's another option. Really? You're going to throw rocks at me now? Oh, come on. Derek picked up Thunder Force 2 because of Chris. Well, that's a good reason to pick it up because of me. But also Thunder Force 2 is a good game. Thunder Force 2, I think, is actually my favorite game in the series, even though I don't think it's the best game in the series. I just had so much fun playing that game for the launch episode. Come on. All right. Ish D. Moody says he finally gets to watch one of my live streams. Well, that's pretty cool. Welcome. I'm going to keep playing here. I do want to check the chat real quick, so I am going to pause it right now. Which other Thunder Force besides 2 would you recommend between 3 or 4? So I think 3 is better. I think Thunder Force 4, aka Lightning Force, is kind of boring compared to 3. It's still a good game. And Lightning Force has, like, Thunder Force 3, to me, when that game came out, if you go play Thunder Force 3, well, I'm going to talk about Thunder Force 3 on this next episode. The graphics in that game, to me, were like the best that had yet come out on the Genesis. Like, even compared to games from earlier in the year, you couldn't help but just say, wow, with those graphics. And I think Thunder Force 4 / Lightning Force, same thing. You know, you look at those graphics. In fact, I think it was the Genesis launch episode where I was talking about just the graphical capabilities of the Genesis, and that's what I had running in the background was Lightning Force. So Thunder Force 3, if you have Lightning Force, then you have Thunder Force 4. So yeah, then get Thunder Force 3. Dave Blade Gun says, I mean, tell you have some extra NES cards, American Gladiators, Blades of Steel, and Golf. Let me know if you'd like any of them. They're yours. I appreciate that. Thank you. I pretty much just stick with my EverDrives. I do I have Blades of Steel and Golf. It'd be cool to have American Gladiators, just because I love that show so much. But I don't, I don't need them, so I would rather, if you can trade those in somewhere or something, that'd be cooler. And then Ryan says, how long is the next episode going to be? Is it going to pass an hour? Yeah, unfortunately. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your point of view. But it's sitting at exactly an hour right now. And I have a few more segments to add. I'm kind of guessing that it's going to end up being an hour and 10 minutes. If I had to throw a number out there. Feels like an hour and 8 minutes, hour and 10 minutes. So it's going to be kind of long, but it seems like it doesn't really hurt my show that it runs so long. So I'm not too worried about it. So Thunder Force 3, Lightning Force moves, 3. Okay, do I like it better than Hellfire? I don't know. I like Hellfire a lot. So, in fact, I mentioned that in the video. I talk about how Hellfire doesn't really get talked about, especially as much as the other Toa Plan shooters. So yeah, Hellfire's cool. If you already have Thunder Force 2 and Lightning Force, I would buy Hellfire before I would buy Thunder Force 3, just because Hellfire is a lot different and kind of has its own cool thing going on that at least I've never seen another game do. So I like Hellfire a lot. What's your opinion on the Sega Mini Classic? I mean, they're having the right people do the emulation, so it should be cool. I imagine that I'm going to get one and probably do a live stream with it. I haven't checked Amazon to see if pre-orders are open. So, it's funny when this stuff comes out, like it never even occurs to me Oh, I should like send them an email and see if they'll send me a free one. Like, I'd rather just pre-order one like everybody else does. So, plus that way I feel like I can say whatever I want about it and not feel like, my opinion was bought and paid for or whatever. But, yeah, kind of speaking of that, one of the nice things about bumping the Mega SG to next week is that I ordered one of those new officially licensed 6-button Sega Genesis controllers. And that was because Mike McFly in the chat room there told me on Discord that he thought they were pretty. I mean, other people were saying they were good too, but he told me, and so I immediately hopped on to Amazon and bought one. So, and I think that'll be here tomorrow. So Rory says they did have pre-order as well. Hopefully, maybe if I missed out, I'm sure I can get one later. So, Unlikely Toad wants to know, when am I doing the NES in 1993? Well, I haven't even done the launch of the NES, and then I like to do them in order. So, I mean, the NES in 93, I'll probably be in my 50s before I do that one. So, Arcade Ages says, any interest in the Japan exclusive Darius Cosmic Collection for the Switch done by M2? Yeah, I mean, I would. Can I buy? Was it a physical copy? If it's physical, I can just buy it, right? If it's digital only, what do I have to make another account or something like that? But yeah, no, I like the Darius games a lot, so I would love to. Does it have Darius Gaiden on it though? Because that's my favorite. I like all of them though. It's physical, so I can just go to like I forgot the names of those websites. Whatever. I was going to say Hit Japan, but that's an eBay seller. And then, yeah, someone mentioned, Derek says the Sega Saturn controller is cool. Yeah, I actually ordered both at the same time. I got a Genesis controller and a Sega Saturn USB controller, but the USB controller isn't coming until later in the week. So, anyway, all right. I want to keep playing this game because I like it. So, why is... Like, I always like how, like, it's bad enough that there's, like, all these bad guys shooting at you, but then, like, on top of that, like, you have to deal with, like, nature. Get away from me. Ah. Ooh, we're gonna die right now. Oh, no. You think Walmart was taking... Well, I kind of try to avoid Walmart. I'm one of those people. I don't know. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe it's the like input lag because I'm playing it in the capture window. Maybe I just suck. What are we doing here? Why can't I? Can you turn your ship around? And I just didn't. Well, I can use one of these things anyway. Like, how am I supposed to get in there? And here, eat this. There you go. Oh, look at that. This guy's coming to hang out. Oh, no. Oh. I thought that was me dying. RG Dickinson, what's up, man? Nebdoza says, you've never used a Saturn controller until this retro bit is the best D-pad I've ever used. Yeah, it does. Ishdi Moody says, did you ever make a RetroPie? Yeah, I made a RetroPie quite some time ago. They're cool. With stuff like that, I think I talked about this on the Mr. stream, but with stuff like that, I feel like I have more fun setting the stuff up. And then once it's done, because at the end of the day, what is a RetroPie giving me that I don't already have? Like, I already have all those systems. So like, I'd rather play the real thing, or at least play an FPGA version like the Mega SG here. But that being said, it's just fun. Like, I ordered all the parts and put the whole thing together and then installed everything. And then I did play it for a while, but just after a while, it's like, okay, that was enough of that. And so my RetroPie is in a drawer somewhere. So, wow, check out the Check out the color there. That's pretty cool. Wow, there's not even any music. That's how serious the situation is. Oh, yeah, this does look pretty serious. Ooh, that's not cool at all. The nice thing about this being an... Are you kidding me? About this thing being an arcade collection is that you can just credit feed it. Which I know some people don't like, but... I figured, you only paid $20 for the whole collection, so there's not... I don't feel like you have to try to, like, juice these games to get your money's worth, because... Like, what are there, 6 games on here? I didn't even count. Something like that. So for $20, like, you literally paid, like, a few bucks per game, so... Oh, man, I didn't see that guy coming. So, like, if that's what makes it fun for you, like, just credit feed it, who cares? Is there, like, some other way you're supposed to shoot? Oh, my gosh. Well, things are going downhill fast. All right, this is going to be our last coin, because this can't really be fun to watch anymore. And yeah, this wasn't really supposed to be an impromptu stream. I mean, this is supposed to be what time we stream, or at least what day we stream, every week. But, I don't know. I just, when I'm making these videos like I'm making, I just, I want to kind of stay in the zone. It's probably why my wife wants to divorce me every time I make one of those videos. So I don't want to credit feed it anymore, just because I think, I'm just sucking. Did I use a pie for the Golden Axe stream? I might have. I don't remember. The NES in 2008 episode will be a good one, discussing all the retro zone. That might not happen until I'm in like my 60s. I always wonder, like, how long can I keep making my show for? My beard is getting so gray, and and it's only getting worse. And I feel like 10 years from now I'm going to be almost 52, and it's like, can I still make, like, people are still going to watch the show, or are they going to think, like, who's this old geezer? So I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Will she get half your YouTube channel? I don't know. When you're getting along with your spouse, you can have, like, these light-hearted conversations about divorce. Like, oh, if we ever get a divorce, I'll take my stuff, you're going to take your stuff, and then, you think, like, God forbid you ever get divorced, which, by the way, I'm not getting divorced. We get along very well. I'm just saying, if we didn't, everything seems like, oh, we'll have the most amicable divorce in the history of everything. But, like, once you actually start going through the proceedings and start, like, hating the other person, you're trying to take as much as you can just out of spite. So I'm sure if it ever gets to the point that my wife and I are getting a divorce, if there's a way for her to take half my YouTube channel, she's going to do it. So I'd like to see her take over the entire YouTube channel and start making videos, actually. That would be fun to watch. Anyway, all right. Time to move on to the next game, huh? Quit Thundercross. That was a cool one, though. I like that one a lot. And like I said, I've never seen it before. And, if I was playing it handheld, I'd have the cool D-pad. And I think I would like it a little bit more. Or, the other thing is, like, if I had a Pro Controller, which I really should get. But like I said, I don't really play my Switch plugged into the TV too often. But maybe if I had a Pro Controller, I would. I don't know. How about one of you get CGQ and then get CGQ Plus? Yeah, she can have CGQ and she can do all that work, and I'll just make flashback videos. The wife can edit your videos. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to get... It's funny because my wife even says, like, that she would like to help out more with the show, but it's like, I don't know what she can really do. I mean, sometimes if I'm showing 2-player footage, she's player number 2. Like, that's going to happen in this next episode again, too. But other than that, it's like, she doesn't know how to edit footage. I mean, she's done some image editing for me before, so I just don't like bothering her with my YouTube crap. So, Scramble. Like, I want to play Scramble real quick, because, like I said, I could swear that... oh, wait a minute. You can always use one of the Bluetooth 8-bit DOE controllers on the Switch. I don't think I I don't have one down here. Damn it. Could have sworn my Super Nintendo one was down here. Yeah, but you're right, Shane. I should have. I didn't think about that, but you're 100% right. Oh, come on. We totally played this game. Why? Like, I think I showed it. Oh, yeah, hold on. We got to freaking get rid of this crap again. It was probably in the. No, or was it in. Was it the Super Nintendo in 1991 when I was talking about Gradius 3? Man, I'm getting old. Ice-T is here. What's up, Ice-T? Not the real Ice-T, but that's okay. Your wife could read the chat, so you could. Yeah, that would be cool. Like, actually, some people do that. Like, don't. Doesn't Johnny do that with his wife, Johnny Millennium? That'd be kind of cool. You know what it is? You know, it's like, you know, people say I'm self-conscious and stuff, which is true. Like, oh man, like I think my wife secretly thinks this whole YouTube thing is stupid. So, I try not to get her too involved in it. Oh no. To be fair, I think she really did think it was stupid until I started like making like decent money, and like now she sees that, you know, you guys send me postcards and stuff, and so now she kind of has to, you know, admit that it's maybe not so stupid. So, are you excited about micro mages? Well, please don't get mad at me, but I do not know what that is. But I mean, why don't you get me excited about micro mages by telling me what it is, and then I'll be excited. Because it sounds cool. It sounds like little tiny wizards. Oh. Hopefully Bithead's wife sees that someday. Yeah, I don't know what's Bithead's wife, man. I'll tell you what, man. You know, I saw that video, you know, where, you know, he had to take down, I don't know, whatever that thing was called. The Game Smasher. Man, I held my wife a little extra tight that night. I'll tell you what. You know, I like to think, you know, because, I mean, I got, you know, my wife let me just take this whole basement. What, you can't touch the fuel? Doesn't make. We have to shoot the fuel to get it? That makes no sense. My wife's very supportive of the show, is all I'm trying to say. But I just, you know, I don't know. I got a lot of issues upstairs. You know, like I secretly think everybody hates me, and you know, I secretly think I'm too stupid to do my job. I think a lot of people go through that. Although it just seems like Bithead's wife just outwardly hates him, so I guess that makes that easier. I'm trying to shoot these fuel things to see what happens. She's an angry Latina. Well, I mean, my wife's Latina too. She doesn't. Well, I mean, she has her moments. I mean, who doesn't? She's, no offense, Teresa, but I mean, she is a woman, and it's kind of funny. We used to have this. We used to have this old Japanese couple living across the street from us. I might have mentioned them before. I don't remember, but the husband. Oh yeah, you do shoot the fuel. That's dumb. The husband was like a visiting scholar at the university where I work, you know, and I don't know, he was. I would say he was probably like about 60. He was a real cool dude though. Like, you know, they had us over for dinner and cooked us like homemade Japanese food. And I mean, you want to talk about, you know, alcoholic. Like, I would describe him as an alcoholic, and I'm not even trying to be funny about it. Like, we took them to Costco one time because they had never been to a Costco, because maybe they don't have Costco in Japan, or maybe they just aren't members. I don't know. And I mean, the amount of alcohol that was in their cart. I mean, like the big Costco-sized bottles of Jack Daniels. And I asked them, like, "Oh, you're buying some to like send home to your family?" And they're like, "No, this is just for us to drink." And they were not joking. I mean, that guy, like the night they had me over for dinner, I had to call out sick the next day from work because I was so hungover, because the guy just kept giving me like more and more and more and more alcohol. And I didn't mean to get drunk. I was going over there to have like some Japanese food, which by the way was delicious. But anyway, like, one time his wife was pissed off at him about something, and I just remember what he said to me. I was like, what's her problem? And he goes, well, he had a thick Japanese accent, which I'm not going to try to emulate because that's racist. But he's just like, well, she is of course a woman. And then I forgot what he said after that, but it was kind of like that pretty much summed it up right there, because sometimes that's what it comes down to, is just like, sometimes I think that's how women blow off steam, I think, is like getting pissed at us for stuff that doesn't matter. I think, boy, the collision detection is really unforgiving in this game, some guys get that and some guys don't, like I think the traditional nice guys are the ones that anytime their girlfriends or wives or girls that they're trying to get with get even the little bit upset, like, oh my God, are you okay? What happened? Did I do something? It's like, you didn't do anything, dude. Like, you just got to let them do their thing, one of the things I loved, I used to love that. I mean, I still love it. That 70s show, like Red Foreman is like my hero. And not because I think I'm like him, but just because in a lot of ways that guy's outlook on life and just the way he was always hard on Eric, calling everybody a dumbass. Sometimes you just got to call it the way you see it. But I just remember one time Kitty was really pissed off at him about something, and he just dismissed it with a wave of the hand. He's like, she'll burn it off on her exercycle. And that's so true, because that's all it is. Like, they just need to go find somewhere to go burn off that energy and they'll be fine. But like, he wasn't going to sweat that for a minute. Oh yeah, Al Bundy would be actually another good example. Al Bundy should not be anybody's role model, though, because Al Bundy had a pretty hot wife that was had a very high sex drive, and he wanted nothing to do with her. And I have a hard time getting past that one. Red wouldn't say accents are racist. Well, this day and age, I work around like all these like millennial kids, and I'm not one of these people that has like a issue with millennials. Like, how many times have I died in that exact spot? Like, millennials are awesome, but at the same time, like, they have very different sensibilities than we do. And like, I share my office with like a 25-year-old girl who is like perpetually horrified at the things that I say, which are like not even remotely bad to me, because I'm at work and I'm pretty sensitive about, like, the last thing I need is like to get called into like HR, because I said something wrong or made somebody feel uncomfortable. So like, I try to really watch my mouth, and like, even still, she's like, oh my God, you can't say that anymore. Like, stuff that we would just say, like, that I don't want to say it now just because you're not supposed to say stuff like that, but like saying something's retarded. Like this one I really hate, actually, because like that's a legitimate word. Like, there's a difference between saying retarded and saying retard. Like, if you call someone a retard, okay, fine. You shouldn't say that anymore, I guess. But if you say that something is retarded, that's correctly using the word retarded. I mean, look it up in the dictionary. But like these days, like, oh my God, you can't say that. That's like ableist. And like, but everybody I work with is like under 30. So I just like, I have nobody at work that I can like just be myself around. Wow, I'm getting my butt kicked. Sorry, I want to see what's going on. Yeah, Peggy was hot. Peggy was hot, damn it. Women don't understand how tiring and unrewarding sex is for men. I'm not sure I'm on the same page as you with that one. Does your campus have the safe spaces with puppies? Overall, I gotta say, I get kind of annoyed when not at you, Jameson, you're fine, but there's, for people who aren't around university campuses, there's like this perception of what they're like, oh my God, they're like super liberal and they have safe spaces and blah blah blah, and it's like there's a lot of people you run into who are like that, but that's just because they're young and stupid. But overall, like, it's really not like that at all. So Wow, you're married and surrounded by female coworkers. No wonder you second guess your. Oh, it's. I mean, it's really. I don't care for it. See, look at you have a hitbox that I swear is bigger than you. Yeah, I don't like it. Like, I don't have like any guys at work that I really hang out with. Like, literally all of my coworkers are female. Like, my boss is male, but like, I don't hang out with him. Like, I always hear all these things like, oh, we need more women in STEM, which is like apparently what everybody calls science now is STEM. And I'm like, what? More women? We need more guys. Like, there's none. Teresa says, weird conversation tonight. Well, you know, as I said, I just rode my bike 25 miles against the wind, so my brain's in a weird place tonight. Although I stand behind everything I said. Oh, these freaking things again. Oh, we're going to need gas soon. Yeah, Rory, is there like some job that you can have where you get to be in the firehouse, but you're not a firefighter? Like, I am not cut out. I am not enough of a man to be a firefighter. But like, being in a firehouse sounds awesome. And yeah, no, Jameson, I'm not irritated with you at all. I mean, we have Republicans on campus and everything. They have clubs and I mean, I will say, I guess, and I don't want to make the conversation political or anything, but you know, you see like a lot of these campuses where they won't allow, not they won't allow, but you know, like you know, these right wing speakers try to come to the campus to you know do their thing, and I forgot that guy's name, the little conservative, like everybody thinks he's a genius because he can debate good, you know, but he tried to give a talk at Berkeley and they wouldn't like let him talk and like. That I really strenuously object to. So in that sense, they can be like that because I'm sure that there is nobody on the left that would be so radical that they wouldn't let them talk. So, I mean, for sure there's a left, like a liberal bent at university campuses, but I can tell you it definitely gets exaggerated. What's that guy's name? Oh, Milo. Oh, if it was him, yeah, that guy's not cool. That's not who I was thinking of. Ben Shapiro. But yeah, if it was Milo, then that's a little bit different. See, how are you supposed to get that? I don't know why I'm still playing this game, to be honest. We should play something else. Was there like 7 people still watching? You're in NorCal. That's not as bad as the rest of the state. Well, I don't know what you mean by as bad. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you mean by as bad. I mean, I think people are a little bit left leaning in a lot of parts of Northern California. If you go like even farther up north, though, there's people up in like northern California who don't even want to be part of California. They want to split off and become a separate state because they hate California so much because they're super conservative, and so are like a lot of the farmers that are in the Central Valley. If you go to like San Francisco or LA, that's where you got a lot more liberals there, and then that's of course where most of the population is. So, although it's funny because I was just talking about that today on Twitter with somebody, about how it seems like the media and political pundits want to make it seem like we're so polarized in this country, and I really kind of don't think it's true. It's just that's the game that they play, like the media and whatnot, to keep us fighting with each other, right? So that they can, the rich people can raid the coffers and do whatever it is that they do, by trying to convince us that we don't have the same interests or whatever, when really, I mean, if you're working class, we all have the same interests, really, but they get us to fight over stupid stuff. Anyway, I don't like talking about that kind of stuff on my show, so come on. See, these guys like all peel off, and so it's like, well, then they're kind of not a problem, you know? Like, when you play a shooter, it's like, you know, you have this habit. You're like, well, I have to shoot everybody, you know? And it's funny because in some shooters that can really get you into trouble because it's like you kind of have to learn that you don't have to shoot everybody, and really it's like the name of the game is staying alive. But so at the same time, it's like when these guys are like all peeling off to the side, you know, you're like frustrated because it's like, no, I want to kill you. Boy, it really sucks playing a 3-4 game on a 16:9 display. Like, there's more black area than there is game. So it's really too bad that you can't. Like, I have. Gosh, I forgot what it's even called. Like, you know, I bought that thing for the Switch so that you can rotate the screen, like when you have it in handheld mode, and have it still hold the little Joy-Cons for you. I don't know why I can't remember what that thing's called, but so it's really too bad considering that some of the games that are on this collection that they don't have that functionality built in. Although I suppose if they felt like it, they could always add it in later. Did that guy just say onion head? What is that? Oh, nice. I don't know what that... What the heck was that? This is kind of getting... I don't want to say that it's getting boring, but... Shouldn't this guy be kind of dead by now? No, because I'm dead by now instead. Finally. Oh, Rory's taking off going to bed. Well, have a good night there, Rory. Thanks for coming by there. See how many people I upset in the chat there. If you're ever in Miami, you can come visit the firehouse. Dude, I would totally do that. I'll ride in the truck like a Dalmatian. R.G. Dickens says, every year I hire people, mostly young people straight out of college. I don't usually observe stereotypical millennial behavior, just varying degrees of immaturity. That's very true. People are just getting more and more immature, I think, as time goes by. You know, like I've got people working for me who are like 20, 21 years old and varying degrees of maturity. Was this just released today? I think it came out like 4 days ago or something. Any shooter with juggling is annoying. That's kind of true. And yeah, flip grip is what I was thinking of. Flip grip is like, so it wasn't like $10 or something. Ryan's going to bed. Yeah, this is a late stream for people, so I understand. Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock. So we actually have to wrap it up here in about 15 or 20 minutes. So we should figure out what else we want to play. Do you have the Capcom beat 'em ups on Switch? No, but maybe I should. That would probably be a cool thing to stream. Did you get Mortal? I assume by MK11 is that Mortal Kombat 11. If so, no, I'm not really a Mortal Kombat fan. Did you celebrate the holiday this weekend? Not talking about Easter. No. You know, I used to do that a lot when I was in college, and then for a really long time I didn't. And a while back I did it again, and I just didn't. I don't know. I like my instant reaction is to say like I'm too old for that, but no, I'm not. I just don't. I think I'm too busy for that. It's the same reason that like I kind of happily gave up drinking. It's not because I don't like it. It's because I'm just too busy. So, you know, I can't just sort of piss away an evening just like sitting around drinking beer or celebrating the holiday we had on Saturday. And then yeah, Mike's asking about Larry on the NES. Yeah, we do need to play that on a live stream. You know, Mike there was the one that sent me. I forgot the name of the game. It was basically someone ported Leisure Suit Larry to the NES, but they can't call it that because, you know, they would get sued. But And I said I would do a live stream of it because it would be kind of cool to do one. And yeah, I guess I am famously anti-Mortal Kombat. Larry and the long look for a luscious lover. There you go. So yeah. So we should play that, like I said. So anyway, let's play something else because we don't, like I said, we don't really have too much more time left. But I would like to play Life Force, even though I'm probably going to suck at it. But is there anything else? Did we play everything else? We played that. We played that. Played a little bit of that. Didn't play that. Played that. Played that. Played that. Played that. All right. So Life Force is the only one we haven't played. So let's check that out. Is Proteus on here? No. I don't know what that is, and I feel stupid because I feel like I should know what that is. See, I really like. I don't. There's something like I don't remember ever playing this game in the arcade, but there's something about the voice of like this digitized guy that just sounds very familiar. And only thing I can think is it sounds kind of like the Punch-Out guy. And I did play a lot of Punch-Out in the arcade. I was awful at it, but I talked about Sam's Town in shoot, what is that? That was like episode 2 or something, right? Of Flashback. Sorry, I'm not sitting close enough to the move this a little bit. I talked about Sam's Town, and that was the game they had there. Was why do I have such a crappy weapon? What happened to my cool weapon? Yeah, they had Punch Out there. Although, you know what's funny? I'm not 100% sure that I like immediately made the connection. Ooh, we got hyperspeed. Isn't that exciting? That I immediately made the connection when I first played, dang it, Mike Tyson's Punch Out, that it was the same game. I don't know. I guess I must have, actually. You'd have to be pretty stupid not to. But that's what was funny, though, is I was playing that game, and like I was getting my butt kicked by Glass Joe, because if I remember correctly, that he's still the first opponent that you face in the arcade version. See, I told you guys it was ground beef. It's muscle tissue. Yeah, I don't need the help, man. I got it covered. Like I don't think I ever beat Glass Joe when I played. Oh, you meant did you mean Parodius? Proteus or Parodius? Oh yeah, Parodius. Sorry, yeah, Parodius. Yeah, that's not on here, but that's too bad because that would be cool. He played Haunted Castle earlier. Maybe he can play it again. You really don't want to see Haunted Castle again. Trust me. Is there a vegan version of this game? That'd be interesting. Fight your way through like big globs of tofu or something. Is it just me, or are this guy's arms longer in the arcade? Oh, we're not going to make it through there. Ah. Oh, you have to start at the beginning again? Oh, man. This guy's super helpful with all the info he's laying down. So let me just make sure everybody's okay in the chat here. You think I should revisit the NFL Blitz series on PlayStation 1? You mean for like a live stream or something? That'd be cool. But that'd be cool. Like I really want to do like a 2-player live stream. Try to get somebody to come over here and hang out with me. But like I said, my friends have kids, so it's kind of hard to do. But but that reminds me actually of one thing. So I'm going to ask you guys this question, but I mean, you can, of course you can answer it in the chat, but it'd be also cool if you emailed or you'll understand why. So Corey, we had Corey on the live stream when I did the playthrough of Sonic the Hedgehog. And Corey offered, he said that if I play through another game like I did with, why is this loose? If I play through another game like I did with, this is all super loose, with Zelda 2, that he will come hang out on if it takes 3 streams, he'll come hang out on 3 streams, which I would love to do because I really love having Corey on the show just because we just get along really well. I feel like if Corey and I lived near each other, we'd probably be good friends. So, but anyway, I don't know what game to play. So, and I don't even know if I'm going to have time to do that before I go on vacation, because we're going to end up missing a couple weeks worth of streams while I'm gone on vacation. And obviously we did this week, and the next week we're going to do the Mega SG. So anyway, I don't know if somebody wants to. Oh crap! Day of the Tentacle. Well, is Day of the Tentacle like? I feel like I could just play that in one stream, don't you think? I feel like I can play through that just once. Like I could do that all in one sitting, unless I'm just misremembering or something. Hey, Daryl's here. What's up, man? Thanks for the 5 spot. Same to you, Derek. Thanks. Mujanga says pick it up for live stream. Oh yeah, right, got it. See, I feel like Phantasy Star would be too. That would be too long. Like I think of like a full length role playing game. That's too much. Did you just say destroy violent antibiotics? This game was just ahead of its time. I thought like Zelda was like a really good length, Zelda 2. Because I feel like if you were somebody that maybe it kind of like wasn't, see that's the analog stick right there. If you weren't super into it, it was like what, like 4 streams and then it was over. So, you didn't have too much of a chance to get sickeningly bored of it. All right, hyperspeed. Oh, damn it. I took my eyes off the ball for a second. That was too much hyperspeed. What's up, Rick? Crystallis. You guys say Crystallis or Crystallis? Crystallis? Crystallis. I feel like I've always said Crystallis, but then I feel like it should be Crystallis. I don't know. Does it matter? Vacation to Toronto. Well, no, I just did that, but I wouldn't. Oh, sorry. No, I went to Vancouver. I just saw the V from vacation. No, going to Toronto would be cool, man. Actually, I want to go visit that part of Canada. Like, I feel like I could go to like Toronto, maybe Ottawa, and maybe even like Montreal, like all in one trip. Like 4 days, 4 days in each or something. So Crystallis. Well, Derek's saying Crystalis. I don't believe you. Jameson says Beyond Oasis is roughly the same, maybe just a bit longer on Genesis. I've never played Beyond Oasis, and I would like to. So that would be kind of cool. Quebec City rocks. Does Quebec City even have an NHL team? Crystal. So pretty much everyone's saying Crystalis. Montreal is fun. I want some more poutine, man. What happened? Am I bleeding? Crystalis. All right. If you come to Ottawa, you better let me know. Yeah, hey, if I come to Ottawa, I can bring you your magazine back, which is still going to be the next Let's Read I do. So since you're here there, Richard Cheese, after I finish this Sega Genesis in 1990 video, the read-through of that GamePro Celebrity Video Gamers is going to be the next video that I make, which I'm going to release. Well, I'm going to upload it before I go on vacation. Maybe I'll release it while I'm on vacation or something. But yeah. I just haven't made any read-throughs just because I think the last 3 uploads to my channel were all read-throughs. And, like I think I told you guys on the last live stream, I realized it had been a year since I made like a quote-unquote real Yeah, I'm bleeding. Since I made a quote unquote real episode of the show, so yeah. I hope you're. Yeah, all right. Grim Fandango, that one would be cool. How long to beat website? There's a how long to beat website. That's pretty cool. Heck. I can't use that. Or I can use this. Oh, Castlemania, Ryan's leaving. All right. Thanks for stopping by. CMGR, Castlemania Games, Ryan. Appreciate you stopping by. Shane says right now in PEI we have this thing going on called Burger Love. All the major restaurants around the island compete for the best burger. That's pretty cool. How are the mussels over there though? I'm still waiting for my PEI mussels. In fact, we were just talking about at work yesterday or something, mussels and fries, because like that's delicious. Blue or red player? Can you be a different colored player? Why would you want to? Being a woman isn't weird. Who said it was? Did I miss something? Ooh, I want that. Oh, damn it. Yeah, that is what he said. Violent antibiotics. No, can't have that. Damn it. So I'm like super distracted by the chat room right now. Boy, Derek, you really have a fixation with that Zelda 2 lady, which I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, I just munged that one up just because I was spending more time looking at the chat room. Metroid Fusion would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, now that we have that Mr. Oh, I forgot that. See here, look, this is why I was having problems. I gotta turn this stupid thing off. I'm kidding. That's not why I was having problems. But now that we have the Mr., it's easier to play like handheld games and stuff too. All right, we already had 11 credits fed into the system there. I missed it again. See, the thing with this game is it really lets you power up your ship like way too much, way too fast. Which, I mean, I'm not complaining because, like, obviously I suck. But it does make it... it makes the game feel a lot easier than like, Gradius, for instance. Oh, see, same thing. You have to push a different button to do the missiles. I just push them both. Oh, yeah, there you go. You just push both buttons at the same time and you're fine. Wish you could destroy these. What are those even supposed to be besides creepy? I didn't really want hyperspeed, actually. I was good with my current speed. Wow, look at that. We're kicking ass and chewing bubblegum now. Have you ever played Space Taxi? That sounds super familiar. Boy, just like have this weird hankering now for a hamburger. Oh, stupid hamburger meat. What's going on? Fun stream tonight? I don't know, maybe. Tonight didn't feel like that good of a stream, but I don't know. Do I need some more Kickapoo coffee? That's all right. You were already, you guys have been much too generous already with the coffee and the T-shirts, which I still haven't shown on the show yet, but I will. But thank you very much for offering. Those are ribs. Those are pretty sharp ribs. How are the chickens? They're good. They're probably in bed now, but they'll be okay. I gotta quit streaming here in about 5 minutes, so I'm gonna have this guy kill me real quick, and actually then I'll just kind of wrap it up with you guys, and we'll be done. Well, if you guys had fun, that's all that actually matters. But I feel like when I'm tired, I feel like low energy. So, which way should I go, up or down? Yeah, this way. Come here, stupid. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Boom! That's like 4 shots. Oh, that's not cool. This is brutal. Nah, game over. Well, hey, at least we got to beat a boss. Hey, that's pretty cool. How do I make this thing shut up now? I don't want to be competing with it. Yeah, I want to quit the game. Need some good background music for our outro. Is your wife a girly girl? I don't know. I don't really know what that means. Are you planning on seeing Avengers? I don't really watch comic book movies. Not because I should actually. I should quit lying. I don't watch movies, really. I don't go to the movies. So, you live by the beach. I'm extremely jealous. So do you just walk out into the water and just grab the mussels and just eat them? I would love to come visit someday. Not your house. I would visit your house too, but I just meant visit Prince Edward Island. You could. You want to see the Anne of Green Gables? Well, I thought Anne of Green Gables was on like Victoria Island or something. Am I wrong? Like I thought Anne of Green Gables was on like the West Coast. That's like that was like a rainy day thing to watch when I was in like 6th grade. Was like Anne of Green Gables. Oh, all right. Well, that's my misunderstanding then. So, River City Ransom 2-player with my wife. She would play it. She wouldn't be good at it. She's good at like platform. Like she loves like the Mario games. She's good at those. She's not good at beat 'em ups. It's why we get so many Japanese. What does that mean? Is Anne of Green Gables like popular in Japan? If so, that's news to me. That might be an idea. I don't know who you're talking to there. I don't know. All right. Grab muscles out of the bay. That's cool. All right. So anyway, I guess that's going to do it for the stream tonight. As I said, next week is going to be jailbroken Mega SG. Although I'll just say this for anybody out there that's watching this that has a Mega SG, jailbreak it. It's cool. I didn't jailbreak my Super NT just because I didn't really see the point. Just because I already have an SD to SNES, so just the fact that you can load Super Nintendo ROMs off of the SD card, I didn't really care that much. But jailbreak your Mega SG. Not only can you load Genesis ROMs, but also Master System ROMs, SG-1000 ROMs, Game Gear ROMs, and then of all things, Coleco ROMs, which whatever. But yeah, I like it a lot. So we'll do that next week. Hopefully, see, the idea is that the Genesis in 1990 episode will be uploaded this weekend, and then that way, that might help dictate what games we play on the live stream next week. So yeah, and Mike says, have you tried out any Game Gear ROMs on the Mega? Yeah. They're cool. It's a lot better than playing it on a Game Gear, in my opinion. As I'll talk about more next week, I used Firebrand X's video profiles or video settings to get the best picture quality out of the Mega SG. And that really made the difference for me. I'm really happy with it. So, because when I first got it, I was like, oh, I'll try recording some gameplay footage with it, and I just kind of wasn't into it. But that was just because I didn't have it set up properly. And now with Firebrand X's stuff, I do. So, so yeah, it works out pretty good. Unlikely Toad says, my vote is for Crystallis or Beyond Oasis. Honestly, I think I'd be happy with either one of those. So, I should. Well, I can't. I got blood on that. So, I'm just gonna write them down right now before I forget. So we're gonna say Beyond. Oops, sorry. Beyond Oasis and Crystallis. Okay. And if anybody else, has any suggestions, you can tweet them at me, or email them to me, or come in the Discord and talk to me about them. So yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream now. Then. So I don't know how many people showed up tonight. Hopefully it was entertaining, and I'll see you guys again next week. So everybody, have a good night.